Hi, Michael. Good morning. So like I promised, I wanted to shoot you a video. I'm better at showing than telling, so you can get an idea of just kind of what goes into all of this. I'm going to present you with a couple of options because you do have several options. So I'm going to show you quickly. I wrote them down. And once you see this video, you can always obviously text or call me or message me with any of your questions because I know it's a lot of information. So you have, like I said, several options. So the first option, I can create you a lead generation site on Google. So that means that you own exclusively. We're the same cities and services you want to target, but we have to be very particular, specific on the cities. So that means, Fairfax. You have to pick the cities, or I mean, I can pick the cities depending on the traffic traffic search and everything that I'll show you in a little bit. But so that will include, Fairfax, Reston, Tyson's. There's not a lot of traffic. Or Tyson's Corner, I can look into McLean, but we have to be really, really specific on cities because that's how we rank that's how Google ranks. Because we can rank cities. We can rank the whole site, but we can also rank for cities. And that's the whole point, is to really get very specific on the cities. It will be beneficial for you and just getting more leads. This will be fairly costly because you own it. So like regardless if you don't want if you want to shut off the leads, if you want to shut off marketing, that would be shutting off services for me. So that means that you can do whatever to the site. You can sell it, you can do anything you want. So that is almost like what we call like digital marketing real estate. So essentially I'm building you a house and I'm selling it to you because you'll own it. Okay, so number two is more like I create a lead generation site that I own, but I just rent it out to you. So like a rental, right? Yeah, like you rent one of my condos and you just pay me monthly. When you're done or you want to move out or move away, then you're done with services. But I always own it, so I can rent it to your competitor. I can rent it to whomever. So that's option number two. That'll be less costly, but it'll be obviously a monthly cost. Option number three, we can either add this or just do this separately. I can run a Facebook or PPC ad with landing pages only exclusively for you. So it will have your direct number. Obviously, it won't. It might mention your name. It's up to you, but it's gonna look like a company website or a company landing page, but you're only gonna get the leads. So that's something that we can do in addition to, or we can do it alone. Option number four is I can rank your whole company site, but that's dependent obviously on the owner and what his status is on it. So that's, but that means you're just helping the business grow in general, not just you personally, right? So I don't know the dynamic between your company. But that's kind of like helping the business as a whole. I don't know if you'd get like a raise or something. I don't know. So if there's an incentive for you to do that, if there's not, then obviously go with the first three options. So I'll just kind of dive right in. So when you Google roofer Fairfax, you get you get these ads, you get all these sponsored ads. Obviously, I'm sure PPC ads can be quite expensive. Competitors can click on them and raise your costs because essentially, it's a pay-per-click ad, meaning anytime anybody clicks on this, you have to pay. That means on accident, on purpose, what have you. So you have to be extremely careful with PPC ads and do them extremely correctly, or else it's going to be very costly for you. Number two is this Google Map Pack. So you want to get into this Google Map Pack. But the thing is, since you want a landing, or you want to get your own leads, you couldn't be in this section just because you need to utilize the business name and the business address. So if you wanted to rank for the company, we could do this, but since we're just gonna create a lead generation site, I mean, we could, but we would have to utilize an address that either you have or have access to. So that would be It can't be a PO box. So I mean, it is possible, but I don't know if you have access to a an address that you want to make kind of public. So that is an option, but it's not really necessary. So when you scroll down, this is what the organic section looks like. So it naturally comes up. You have all these directories, right? So essentially for Roofer Fairfax, the first site you see, their whole website is ranking #1 for Roofer Fairfax, and it's called Pond Roofing. So essentially we want to beat them out. Their landing page will be, obviously above theirs. And so I'll show you their back end work so you know what goes into, you can see how much traffic they're getting, and you can see how much work, essentially I would have to do to get a lead generation site ranking above theirs. So this is their analytics or dashboard. So the reason why they're ranking #1 is because of this section, referring domain and backlinks. So like a referring domain is just basically a high power website with a lot of credibility, and they're sharing their power and credibility to your site through a backlink. So they're giving a boost on Google because they're so powerful, right? So not all backlinks are created equal. You don't want any spammy ones or Chinese ones or ones that don't apply to your business niche. And so essentially I go in here, it lists all of their backlinks, and I just choose the most powerful ones and the most beneficial ones, and I put them on your lead generation site. And same thing referring domains. I find the ones that are most beneficial to you because I'm sure not all of their backlinks and referring domains are high quality, right? So I just have to choose the ones that are the best, and then I add those, and then I obviously add more in addition to that, so you beat them out. So that's this section. That's why there's 206 and 3,030 backlinks. So they have quite a, that's a lot, right? It's not the most I've seen. Trust me, I've seen, referring domains as high as, in the thousands. So, so that's that. They have, sorry, it's a little bit slow. 1 second, we'll go back. So then the next thing you need is keywords, organic keywords. So that's like, so for example, Roofer Fairfax, it's a keyword that needs to be within the website. And also like if you run like a PPC ad or Facebook or PPC ad, you would obviously use this keyword as well. So this analytics system is pretty good for kind of basically everything. So, sorry, this is running really slow. So they have 752 keywords. That's bringing them 385 people to their website a month. So, that's a lot of people visiting their website. That's a lot of potential clients and potential sales, right? So, I can bring in the leads for you, but I can't close them, right? So, that's dependent on you as a closer. I'm sure your close rate is pretty high. But again, that's dependent on you. They're not current PPC ads. They don't have any Google ads running right now. And their Google ranks or actually they have so much traffic that they put a value on the traffic, which is 4,500. And so when you go into this section, we can see which organic keywords they're ranking for. So Fairfax roofing is a keyword we want to use. Obviously, you're targeting Fairfax. 200 people searches a month. So 200 people are putting this in Google. So this is that's a lot of people, right? So they're #1. This website's ranking #1. Roofing, Fairfax, Virginia. 200 people are searching that a month. They're #2. Roofing Fairfax, 100 people searching a month, they're #1. So you can see this is the traffic, right? So this is why I do a lot of research, because I want to know, what's ranking, like what are the best keywords and how much traffic, because then I can figure out, I can do like a return on investment kind of thing where, it goes by city, by service, what potential leads you'd be getting per month, which translates to how many sales or how much money you would be making a month, right? So this is just the roofing example for just one city. So this area is super competitive, and so this section is going to be quite something to rank. Sorry, this is not what I did. So let me see, Pond Roofing. Sorry about this. I just want you to see one more thing. Okay, so as it loads, so here this is, so again, this is quite a large amount of referring domains and backlinks, so it will be quite costly. So again, you know, if you want me to make a lead generation site that you own, it's going to be fairly costly. But if you want to just to make for me to make you one, but you just rent it out from me, that's fine too. So again, you know, that's kind of the options, and that's just an example for just one service and one city, right? So you're gonna have you have a lot more services and a lot more cities, so your potential of revenue is super high. And this is your company site. So so this is their kind of rankings. One second. So those are their keywords. So their whole site, I mean, it's not doing bad at all. I've seen much worse in terms of, you know, rankings. So they have 159 people going to their website a month, but Google's only ranking valuing their traffic at $19 because their rankings are not that good. But it's, you know, when I go into here, you kind of see, but they are running some Google ads. So the presidential exteriors, again, you know, that's just your branding name, but they don't have, you know, they have Siding, Maryland, 70 people searched that month, but they're in 32nd place. So that means they're on the 4th page. So you can see these are their positions on Google. So they're all like, they're on the 3rd page, 4th page. I think that's the 5th page. And so they're not targeting very good keywords either. You can see like they should be having Rockville, they should be having, you know, all of the cities outside, like Tyson's Corner, McLean, Falls Church, Fairfax, but you're not seeing those targeted keywords. This is one good one, like home remodeling contractors, Rockville, Maryland, but they're in 40th place. Like no one goes past the 1st page normally. They might go to the 2nd page and look at the top of the 2nd page, but they're not going past that. They're not going to the 3rd or 4th page. So basically you're non-existent if you're not on at least the 1st page or at least the top of the 2nd page. Like you're pretty much non-existent online. So Siding Installation Maryland C, 43rd place. I mean, that's on the 5th page. So that's just kind of a gist. I just wanted you to understand kind of like how this all works. So again, here are the options, and let me know what your thoughts are.